Hi everyone, welcome back. Today is Supernatural Monday. Today we are doing the Salem witch trials. I'm very excited to do this because I, for the longest time, was obsessed with anything that depicted, witches, because I always thought magic was so cool, but then I read a little more into it and was a little confused, so I'm very excited to do this one to know a little bit more about it and a little bit more about the Salem witch trials. I know a lot of bad stuff went down during this time, and I can't wait to hear a little bit more about it. So let me know what you want to see in the comments below. I want to give a shout out to Buzzfeed for letting me do this video. As always, I love doing Buzzfeed videos, and you guys seem to like them, so let me know what you want to see in the comments below. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we? Okay, Salem witch trials. What I know already is that a whole bunch of stuff happened that I don't know that much about. I know Salem is notorious for being haunted. Due to the Salem witch trials, and from what I've read about the Salem witch trials, it doesn't seem good in the aspect of women who wanted to go out and do something with their life. Anytime women tried to go outside of just the normal, housewife, they were seen as witches and probably burned to death, even if they weren't doing witchcraft or whatever. So
home of the Salem witch trials, as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real? Right now we're about to head out to some of the key locations.
Let me guess. Ryan believes Shane doesn't. This is going to be interesting.
That played a big part in one of the darkest blemishes in American history. And later, I may even present some theories as to why the witch trials may have happened.
That sounds about right.
Ooh.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. This is going to be a
can't
blast.
wait.
Death, hangings, this has it all.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Let's get into it. In 1641, the Puritan legal code was created and established a hierarchy of crimes. Starting with the worst, the list goes idolatry, witchcraft, blasphemy, murder, poisoning, and bestiality.
So on there, the only ones I think are known now would be murder and poisoning. You don't see bestiality very often. And blasphemy, okay. Idolatry, I don't know how to say that word. I don't know what that is, so. And witchcraft, again, really.
These people, no.
I'm with Shane. These people, no.
Blasphemy. You can kill a man, but if you're like, God stinks.
Ah, Jesus Christ. Blow his head off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many people were poisoning each other?
I don't know how many people
Right?
were fucking donkeys back then.
Everyone's always like, how could they have done all this? How could they have gone so crazy and killed so many innocent people? Well, here's why. Because they're all insane.
Let's
Yeah.
jump forward to
There you
January
go.
1692, when 9-year-old Elizabeth Parris and 11-year-old Abigail Williams began exhibiting strange.
Abigail Williams. I know that name for some reason. I wonder if I did a little bit of research on this years ago. I wonder if Abigail Williams was one of the people that I had researched about this. I don't know. That name sounds so familiar. Oh my gosh. I don't remember.
Behavior. Elizabeth and Abigail were the daughter and niece of Reverend Samuel Parris, respectively. Reverend Parris was Salem Village's first ordained minister. The two girls' behavior included making odd sounds and screaming, contorting their bodies, and throwing objects.
That sounds more like possession, not witchcraft.
Elizabeth and Abigail reported that an invisible being was biting and pinching them. 11-year-old Ann Putnam and other girls in Salem began acting similarly shortly after.
This may come up in the theories, but is it possible that these girls were very bored?
They were lost in the sauce. That could be the footnote of the whole Salem witch trial.
Yeah.
Lost in the sauce.
Lost in the sauce.
They could have been doing it for attention. I kind of agree with Shane on that one. They could have gotten very bored and started this, but there's a chance they all could have been telling the truth. So
Their behavior was attributed to supernatural causes, according to a
Okay,
doctor's
possession.
diagnosis. Though, it's worth noting that there was only one doctor in Salem Village, and he could most likely read, but not write.
well, at least he could read. At least he could tell you. You couldn't write it down, but he could tell you.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's not good by no means, but at least he could read, some medical books or something like that. At least.
Doctors need to write.
Yeah, I mean, how's he writing prescriptions?
He's not. He's just pointing at things and saying, "Yup, that's a witch."
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
February 9th, 1692,
Did he say February? He said it weird.
the girls accused 3
Maybe that's just a southern accent or something that I do. Because I said February. See, now I can't say it. February.
women for causing their bizarre outbursts after Jonathan Corwin and John Hathorne, both
That, tuba girl? No, Tatua? Or the lady that was just on the previous screen. I remember hearing about her and them. Seems like I also saw gameplays of something from the Salem Witch Trials. There's a whole bunch of stuff about the Salem Witch Trials. I don't know.
magistrates pressured the girls
Maybe I was more into it than I thought.
into naming the people afflicting them. And as mentioned before, Judge Jonathan Corwin's house is one of the places we're visiting today.
Wow, that's a creaky door.
So, this is the actual interior of the house back in the day. This is the parlor. This is
Fair.
apparently where he would discuss accusations.
In front of a big, cozy fireplace.
Yep.
How are you feeling right now, Shane? Is this not cool to you to be in a place?
I love history. So.
Yeah, this is just history brought to life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we explore more of this house?
Yeah.
Rickety stairs.
Yep.
So right now we are in the
That's
master
an old
bedroom.
house for
This
you.
is where Jonathan and his wife Elizabeth.
Oh, I love that dress behind there. I love, dresses like that. I would never wear one, every day. I would like to put one on and, pretend I was in the, 16, 17, 1800s. But wearing one every day? Nah, I'm good. You know how long it takes? I read somewhere that it took, hours for a girl to get put into one of these every day. And imagine if you had to, quick change or something. You couldn't.
Would have slept.
If he could sleep at night.
He slept like a baby, to be honest.
Yeah.
And in his mind, he was doing the right thing.
Doing the Lord's work.
He was doing the
Yeah.
Lord's work, exactly. I know you're not big on energy, but I mean, you can kind of feel that there's.
You're nervous right now?
I don't feel amazing. Let's just say that.
Right.
I mean, just considering all the things that happened,
Fair.
but you don't feel a little strange that one of the most notorious figures in the Salem witch trials slept right there.
It's neat.
That
It's
sounds
like
cool.
being in Lincoln's bedroom.
Yeah.
You just compared Jonathan Corwin to Abraham Lincoln.
I mean, they both
I
lived a
think
long time
Abraham
ago.
Lincoln would have
That's
been
literally
better.
the only two things they have in common. Returning to the 3 accused women,
To tuba. See, it says tuba.
2 of them, named Sarah Good and Sarah Osborne, both professed their innocence and would eventually die as a result of the trials. However, the other accused was a woman named Tituba, the
Tuba. I mean, he's
slave of Reverend Paris. Strangely, unlike the other 2 accused women, Tituba actually admitted to afflicting the girls, saying, quote, "The devil came to me and bid me serve him," end quote. So right now we're looking.
Okay, so the 2 girls that proved innocent were killed because being accused a witch. However, the one who straight up said, "I'm doing the devil's work," didn't die. They didn't kill her.
looking for the foundations of the former house of Reverend Paris, his family, and his slave Tituba.
So this is sort of where
Sorry.
this is a hotbed.
This is where it all began. According to a plaque that we found on site, it was in this house in 1692 that Tituba, Reverend Paris's slave, allegedly told the girls household stories of witchcraft.
This is crazy.
This is it.
Cool.
And we could actually go inside the house.
Let's go inside the house.
After you, sir.
Or you mean what's left of a house?
Holy shit, dude.
Ryan, I'm going in. Yeah, if there was someone practicing witchcraft in this house, you would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that was
probably.
another part of it. This may have been only a part of the house they salvaged. They had to dig it up. And this may just be even just a rough outline of the foundation.
They
Actually,
had
let
to
me just
dig
take a
it
rough
up.
EMF reading. Right after I mentioned taking an EMF reading, our audio recorder picks up a voice possibly saying, "Take it." Actually, let me just take a rough. Is this the voice of Reverend Parrot?
I didn't hear anything. They needed to like play before and after and like keep doing it because all I heard was
Do you believe in this stuff?
This
This
is
EMF stuff, or-
apparently some people think that ghosts can manipulate electromagnetic fields. I don't know how much I buy into it, but I'm not going to say this is definitively a thing. Right now, it's doing normal readings. Apparently, if it goes over 2 milligauss, then we're in some paranormal area. But right now, it looks like it's 0. So you can see right there.
I don't-
0 point.
I don't know what he's using, but I know like specific ones have been proven to be accurate. I have never seen that one before though.
1.
0. It's worth mentioning that there are some who believe Tituba was forced to confess and thereby fabricated her testimony. Regardless, Tituba's testimony is the longest in the entire Salem witch trials. She also detailed visions.
Okay, she straight out said she was working for the devil. Whereas everyone else, the other 2 girls, basically, said they were innocent, but yet they were killed. But the one that said that she was straight up working for the devil, longest trial ever.
Of eerie animals, including red cats, yellow birds, and black dogs.
Oh, cool.
Perhaps most importantly, Tituba added that other witches were also working to harm the Puritans in Salem. With this startling confession, the trials and accusations vaulted forward, giving them a purpose and mission. Tituba was also very accommodating to the judges and claimed to go blind at one moment, a sign that the devil was punishing her for speaking so candidly about him. This showed she was at least trying to fight him. After spending a year and 3 months in jail, Tituba was not indicted and was the very last of the accused to be released.
She was still released.
Right now we're referring to the woman named Tituba.
What? What kind
We know
of
you
sense is that?
admitted to
They did say they were all insane.
some things that you may not have actually done. There's good evidence to show that you didn't actually do those things you were forced to. Do you have anything to say about that?
Do you think you're gonna get physically harmed out here? Is that part of it?
I don't know. Her owners were evil pieces of shit. Ooh, but
They lived here too, Ryan.
I know.
They're probably here and they heard you.
I don't like you that. Well, okay, I'm making it worse. Let's find some ghosts.
Tituba or the Reverend Paris or any of his family, we are here to communicate with you. If ghosts are real, then call our bluff.
They wouldn't know they're a ghost.
Oh. None of them know?
Right after I suggest the dead are unaware they are ghosts, our audio recorder picks up this voice.
Oh. None of them know? None of them know?
I don't think they do.
That literally sounded like.
So that's a ghost saying what? And just this particular ghost happens to have a cartoon voice?
Yeah,
So
like I was like, okay.
He
someone's
does
like,
sound a little bit like Lil Jon.
What? What?
He's upset. He's
What?
upset at the notion that he's a ghost. If I were to tell you right now you're dead,
I
you
would
probably would say,
absolutely say,
what? Skipping forward, the infamous Special Court of Oyer and Terminer was established by Governor William Phipps on May 27, 1692. 8 girls from Salem were afflicted with witchcraft and making accusations. In the court, someone would warn that a witch was about to manipulate a victim, and then the victim would begin to act strangely, In the first trial of this court, Bridget Bishop, an older woman of the community that many considered to be an immoral gossip, was determined guilty of witchcraft and later became the first person executed in the Salem witch trials. Between the months of July and September 1692, 18 more people were found guilty and executed, including 4 men, a rare occurrence in witch trials of the past. One of the accused men was a man named George Burroughs, a Harvard-educated minister who was accused by other alleged witches from Andover of being their mastermind. The claims made in court against Burroughs range from bizarre to batshit. The accusers claimed that he was biting them during their testimony. Their bite marks allegedly matched up with Burroughs' teeth.
I guess they would have to pre-bite themselves.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not that hard. They probably just bit themselves and then showed it, and they were like, yep, it looks like teeth. Hang them.
Yeah, it's true. Don't hang them,
Yeah.
but it is peculiar.
They didn't have like a dentist on hand. The doctor in town can't even write.
Fair.
Many people in the court, not just the accusers, claimed to see spirits in the room. One girl claimed the spirits were faces of Burroughs' deceased wives, colored as red as blood, and thirsting for justice to be served to their husband. Finally, the possibility that Burroughs had used an invisibility cloak given to him by the devil was suggested by the Chief Justice.
Oh my,
No. 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 Okay. If you are a Chief Justice in general, you do not suggest anything. You take evidence from other people. You don't suggest, you don't assume, you don't make your own evidence. No.
Jesus Christ. This is so upsetting.
It's upsetting, but it's kind of funny when you think about it. Like,
Oh
the
my
heck?
God. If you're an educated man from Harvard who is like, well, surely the Chief Justice will have something reasonable to say about this. Chief Justice, what have you to say?
I seen him use an invisibility cloak. I know he gave it to him, the devil.
Before being executed,
Exactly.
Burroughs made an emotional speech where he recited the Lord's Prayer without any mistakes. Witches were not supposed to be able to do that, which sowed the seeds of doubt in the crowd gathered.
Apparently, this whole site was also the home of George Burroughs.
If you're here, make yourselves known. I'm going to turn out the light. Or just like wiggle some snow around.
Wiggle some snow around.
Not a lot happening.
All right, I guess it's my turn.
Yeah. Good luck.
I'm gonna scan around. If there's anybody in here right now with me, show me a sign. Maybe move something. Say something to me. I'm gonna turn off my light now. And I'm just gonna let you guys speak. Don't push me though. All right, here we go. All right, I'm gonna get out of here really quick. But since I'm leaving, I'm gonna let you know how I kind of feel about you.
As I announced that I'm leaving, we pick up another voice, possibly saying, I'm not.
But since I'm leaving,
Okay, that one I can hear. That one I can hear a lot easier. The other ones, it just sounded like, or.
No.
I think it's just people, like it's breathing or it's wind. I honestly think if you want a voice, find a voice.
That's
Don't give us
clear-
garbage.
That's clearly a voice.
It's not a voice.
Yeah, that one I could.
I found it to be compelling that it's responding intelligently to things that I'm saying.
Also,
Okay.
I mean, did you hear that? That was my shoes rubbing together.
Yeah, I know what that
You didn't
sounds
think that
like.
was a ghost?
I'm able to discern what shoes and voices sound like.
Brian.
I think I am.
I don't
know,
think you
I think
are.
I am. On October 3rd, 1692, Increase Mather implored the court not to consider spectral evidence in the trials. Around the same
Okay.
time, Governor Phipps's wife was brought in for interrogation.
Oh God.
If you'll recall, Governor Phipps was the man who created the infamous Court of Oyer and Terminer.
Yeah.
After Mather's statement and Phipps's wife being interrogated, Phipps released some of the people jailed for witchcraft, halted all further arrests, and replaced the Court of Oyer and Terminer with the Superior Court of Judicature, which was not permitted to consider testimonies of spectral evidence. Overall,
he like turned that around. He was like, "Oh, so we're gonna take evidence that, you know, we don't know if is real. Okay, well, I'm gonna change my court to where it doesn't do that." Look at him go. Watch, next they're gonna say, "Oh, but he killed 8 innocent people."
20 people were executed in the Salem witch trials.
Yeah.
14 of the 20 were women, and only 6 were men. Though official numbers vary, it's possible that a further 13 people perished while in jail on charges of witchcraft. Oddly, all of the accusers were women between 9 and 20 years old. An unusual fact due to the fact that most witch trials saw men doing the majority of the accusations.
I just want to say,
So, the accusations were mostly made by men. But those accusations targeted mostly women between 9 and 20 years old. Interesting.
when an entire community is basing their decisions around the decisions of 8 little girls.
Yeah, don't listen to children.
When the hell in history would that ever happen again where a bunch of high school kids go, "Hey, I think we should burn that building down. I don't like it. It's an evil building." And everyone goes, "Yeah."
Most
Yeah.
importantly,
Right.
none of the executed ever admitted to witchcraft.
The only person admitting to witchcraft or doing anything like that had the longest what? I kind of. They were insane.
One interesting thing to note is that almost all of the people that were executed were not given a proper burial, and
Oh,
instead
yeah.
were buried in unmarked graves somewhere in the area.
Yeah, they. It's probably because they thought they were witches, and so they were like, "Oh, well, if we don't give them a proper burial, they can't move on."
Where those graves lie, nobody knows. Some believe they may be buried somewhere on Gallows Hill, but regardless, according to Spellbound Tours, a Salem tour company, Gallows Hill has the reputation of being extremely haunted.
So this is Gallows Hill.
So, theoretically, yeah, they could have been buried there.
I've actually always thought it's spookier to imagine seeing a ghost in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's spooky to see a
Yeah.
ghost regardless. All right, this seems like a good spot. We're near the top of the hill. Is there anybody up here besides birds that wants to talk to me and my stupid friend? I don't think this is gonna work. I think we're gonna have to go to an alternative method.
Okay.
It occurred to me, the reason why ghosts may not talk to me and you is because you're donning a stupid jean jacket and I'm in this peak coat. But if I was in period-specific clothing, maybe they'll actually be friendlier to us. All right.
Well, I feel good.
Oh my god.
There's
You
no
don't look-
pockets on this. I don't know what to do with my hands.
You don't look too happy.
Come on, ghosts!
Act more natural. Be a Puritan.
This is so dumb.
If there's anybody that wants to come talk to us, now is the time.
I don't think this is
I
right.
heard what happened here. I'm sorry to hear that.
You're ghosts.
What? We were engaging in a nice, soft conversation. You
Yeah,
broke
we're,
it.
we're your friends.
You gotta break the news to them a little bit better. They don't even know they're dead. That's why we're dressed up like this.
So we're tricking them. We're alive, just like you. Let's go down to the pub.
God, you're the worst.
So not a smash.
I don't know how well
No, this wasn't.
is.
This didn't work out as well as I thought it would. I really thought it was gonna work.
We could have. We could have researched a little better.
Nobody knows why the witch trials occurred, but there are theories. So let's
Probably because everyone was insane. They didn't kill the one person that confessed. What the heck?
quickly go over a few. The first theory comes from Harvard PhD
It could have been like a chemical thing where maybe something chemically came up. That's kind of what I think may have happened to Roanoke colony. I also think there was a little bit more to that, but with this, I feel like it could have been a chemical thing. Like maybe they were like, this was what, 1600s, late 1600s? Yeah, it could have been something chemically and they didn't know how to approach it, so they went insane.
Student Emily Oster, who points to an economic explanation. In the
Okay.
Journal of Economic Perspectives, Emily Oster suggests that the Little Ice Age, that lasted between 1550 and 1800 and intensified between 1680 and 1730, caused economic problems that encouraged the population to blame one another for their hardship.
Basically, this
It
theory is
could've.
they just got bored or they needed an outlet.
Yeah.
This is what happens when
Yeah, I mean, she's not wrong. Very possible. However, usually people don't kill each other for it. And in this case, they did. So, I mean, what if they killed 20 innocent people for no reason?
people are passive aggressive.
This is what
full
happens
time.
when people don't have hobbies.
Yeah.
I think that everyone needs a hobby, and if you don't
Fair.
have one, odds are you're probably gonna start.
Well, they
killing
didn't have
people.
anything else to do.
That's what I'm saying. They
Just
could have
point
played
fingers.
They could have played ice soccer or something.
The second theory comes from Linda Caporail, that the afflicted girls could have been exposed to a kind of fungus called ergot, which can be found in grains like rye, which cause convulsive ergotism. Convulsive ergotism effects include hallucinations, which are apparently similar to that of LSD, muscle contractions that resemble seizures, vertigo, and crawling and tingling sensations.
Which all four of those were, if you read or look at the cases of them, all four of those are symptoms of what they considered witchcraft. And this would go into the whole chemical thing, which, because, it's a chemical or something like that. But, I mean, that would do it.
In addition to rye being commonly grown in the colony, the
Mhm.
moisture in the air and the grain's lengthy storage time could have increased the likelihood of ergot infestation. However, the girls showed no other visible signs of this illness, which include disintegrating fingertips.
Oh.
I don't buy that one.
I mean, like I think it's not.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest here. I mean, still could have been. Most people, even when they're sick, don't get all the symptoms. So, I mean, it's still possible. Just the ones that were gonna do that, or was that bad for them, they could have killed them because they thought it was witchcraft.
It's nice that someone maybe did their homework and maybe could provide a medical solution to this, other than people are crazy sometimes.
Yeah. I think it's a
Yeah.
little bit more fun to believe that humans are capable of some truly horrific things.
The third theory is that mass hysteria played a part in the witch trials. It's accepted in most literature written about the Salem witch trials that some level of hysteria was at work in Salem during this time. The word hysteria is used throughout most descriptions of the Salem witch trials.
So, in my opinion, in order to have mass hysteria, you have to have a whole bunch of people going through the same thing at the same time doing many, many different things or experiencing many different things. So this would fit. It's a mass hysteria. I mean, anything could have caused it. It could have been economic. It could have been chemical. I don't know how to pronounce it, but the infestation. I mean, anything could cause mass hysteria. As we've talked about before, a lot of people, seeing the same thing is common, but it's very hard to. I don't know where I'm going with this. Let's continue.
This is like those people in France.
Oh God, you and the fucking people in France.
It's a real thing that happened. All those people danced till they died.
loosely. It's kind of loosely true.
Not loose. Do you need to look up the body count on that thing?
I'll look it up.
Those
I don't know
people
what
fucking
they're talking
danced
about.
until they died.
That's true. Well, if you're gonna go out, that's a good way to go out.
Yeah, that's true.
The fourth theory comes from one of the people in the community at the time of the trials.
Oh.
A Salem merchant named Robert Califf accused Reverend Parris of exploiting the trials for socio-political gain in the community. He proposed that Reverend Parris forced his slave Tituba to admit to witchcraft so he could use the resulting paranoia to seize.
That would explain why she was the only person. Oh my god, what did my voice just do? That would explain why she was the only person that, one, confessed to it, and two, confessed to it and still didn't get executed or killed. That would explain.
back his diminishing power in Salem Village.
I love this theory.
It's a pretty strong one.
It's a strong one.
Yeah,
and it came
that's
from
a good
someone
one.
in the community at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if he got shot after he said that.
I don't know.
Oh, please.
I haven't heard about him since, so he probably died.
Please tell me
To
he
wrap up
didn't.
theories,
But
and I hesitate to even list it as a theory.
is he gonna say aliens? It's always aliens.
But I imagine, considering the fact that people at the time believed it, and because there's been so many movies about it, there are some out there that actually entertain the idea that Salem witches were a real thing. And I would like to express my own opinion on this notion. No fucking way.
Great. Thank you.
Finally, he is on the side of no. There's no way. I agree. There's no way. No.
Thank you for once.
Wait, did you actually entertain the idea that I may believe in witchcraft?
Yes.
It's really not that outlandish
I
to
think it's-
think that you would believe that.
In the end, nobody knows for sure what caused the Salem witch trials, but what is known for certain are the unjust fates of the victims. In 1957, the state of Massachusetts apologized for the Salem witch trials.
Really?
In
It took them over 100 years to apologize.
1992, 300 years after the trials,
Yeah.
the Witch Trials Memorial in Salem was dedicated by Nobel laureate author and Holocaust survivor Elie Wiesel.
All right, so
It took. I said over 100 years. I meant over 200 years. It took over 200 years for them to be like, oh, we're going to apologize for murdering 20 people. And then took another, I can't do math correctly, but another few decades for them to actually make a memorial.
Right now we're at the witch trial memorials. Every one of these benches has a name on it of someone who was either executed or died in jail during the trials. As you can see, it's quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, these are here because they don't know where the bodies are for most of them. So
Oh, yeah.
that's why the benches are here. Let's see if we can clear a couple. Yeah, just Mary Parker hanged September
1962, I would assume.
22nd.
It's a lot of people.
This is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
You know, when you're standing in here and like in this little empty courtyard and you just see all the benches, it really is spooky, but also like beautiful in a way. This is eerie.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I feel uncomfortable just because of the avalanche of history that's happening and converging in this spot, or if it's because there's something here, but either way, I'd like to leave.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. After all these years, the questions remain. Are there spirits left behind from Salem's troubled history? Why did these trials even happen? Both questions may forever remain unsolved.
As per usual, what do I think? Well, I think there was a bunch of people in a small town of Salem who killed 20 people for no reason. I don't think it was witchcraft. I don't think any of them was witchcraft. I think witches would be way more discreet than actually being witches. Than way more discreet than actually being found out. However, I do like the theory that the fourth theory, I think it was, of the guy from that time period saying, oh, this was just planned out by the Paris guy. I mean, it would make sense. Whether I also believe that the chemical one could have also been a thing as well. So honestly, we will never know I'm very interested to know what you guys believe in. If you guys believe any of those theories, or if you have your own, please feel free to put it in the comments below. I do think whether it was the Paris guy or the I guess parasite, fungal, whatever, bacteria, if it was that they killed people for no reason. And then it still took Massachusetts over 200 years to apologize for killing those people. And then still took a few more decades for them to be like, oh, well, maybe we should make a memorial about it. I get it. No one wants to be the cause of many people death, many people dying. But it still took way too long for Massachusetts to come around. Just way too long. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I will see you guys on Wednesday, hopefully. Let me know what you guys think. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and leave a like and leave a comment on what you guys want me to do, or what your theories are, what you guys think. Let me know. I always love facts. If you've been here a while, you know I love facts. If you think I got something wrong, please tell me. I am perfectly okay with being told that, oh, I was wrong. But make sure you got your facts to back it up, because I will be researching it. That's what I do. I research. I learn the truth. Or I want to learn the truth. And if what you think is the truth, I'm going to find every possible evidence to make sure not only is it the truth, but that you know it's the truth for a fact afterwards. Backed up by evidence. So feel free to leave any theories in the comments below and let me know what you guys think. Have a great and wonderful day. Bye!